Hey everybody, Scott Brown here with day 49 of the 90-day Facebook Live Challenge. Even though I guess technically this is day 50 because it's 1:35 in the morning, I'm going to still count this as day 49. Why not? So I'm still a huge basketball fan. Love the game. Which means that I still follow what happens in the NBA and college ball, and it's kind of a good thing about living in Indiana, I guess. But there was something that happened yesterday that I think was kind of a microcosm for what happens in many organizations, and something that we kind of get stuck in a rut at times and don't necessarily do the right thing. So I don't know if you saw it, but at the end of the Laker-Pacer game the other night, there was a nice shot of all of the Lakers sitting on the bench beside the coach, and then there were 3 empty chairs, and then there was LeBron sitting at the end of the bench all by himself, separated from the rest of his team. And normally it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but if you follow what's going on right now with the Lakers, there's definitely some talk that LeBron is trying to orchestrate, in some ways, kind of a roster shakeup to maybe get some better players in there so that he can make one more run at getting one more ring before he hangs up his shoes for good. But what that means is that there are guys on his team who are coming to work every day, and because they're not necessarily the one that LeBron wants to play with or work with, they know that they are kind of expendable. And I'll give Pacer fans all the credit in the world because they had some of the greatest heckles during the game last night. When Brandon Ingram went to the line, the entire arena started chanting, "LeBron's gonna trade you." Now, LeBron's a player. No way that he should be in the conversation about who's on the team and who's not on the team. But the entire arena in Indiana was chanting, "LeBron's gonna trade you." And then towards the fourth quarter, there was, I don't remember who it was at the line, but somebody that isn't necessarily as good, and the chant was, "Not even worth trading." Hysterical. But when you couple that with then LeBron sitting at the end of the bench, you see the divide that happens between a fractured team, a fractured organization, and you can really feel and you can see the disconnect between the members of that team. And it's sad. It's disappointing. Because it's not just on the Lakers that happens. It happens at employers everywhere, in every industry, in every market, every day. It's not just professional basketball players who are playing for millions of dollars. It can be in your local retailer. It can be in a manufacturing plant. It can be in a post office, at an accounting agency. You can have individuals that are poisoning the culture in some way, and instead of addressing the situation, those that are in charge are just letting that person dictate the culture and the climate of how people experience that team. And it never works out well. Whereas if that manager, that owner, or that leader would pull that individual aside and have a crucial conversation with them and reset the expectation and make sure that everybody's moving in the same direction, it can help heal some of those divides. And sometimes that person that you think is indispensable is exactly the person whom you need to get rid of the most. Because for all their talent in the world, they're a cancer that is sinking the ship. They're the reason you're not succeeding. It's not because you're succeeding because of them, but you're succeeding in spite of them. And they might have all the qualifications and they might be the greatest individual contributor, but if they're pulling everybody else down, there's no reason why they should stay on the team. Now I know it's a big topic because my dog Pepper over here is complaining because she's trying to have that crucial conversation with me, like, "Hey, it's time to go to bed. It's 1:45 in the morning. Let's get going." So the next time that you're in a situation and you start to feel a divide. You start to feel that there's somebody on your team who's behaving in a way that's pulling everybody else down. It's causing a rift of 3 benches between themselves and everyone else. That's separating whom they want to have on the team from whom you want to have on the team. The time is always right to do what's right, as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would have said. And the time's always right to have that crucial conversation, to know that it's not their team. The organization is bigger than any one person. The team is bigger than any one person. And if you ever want to build loyalty and trust, those other people need to know that you want them on your team. And if you can't convey that through your actions and your words, well, they might just quit, but not actually go anywhere, which is the worst kind of employee you could ever possibly have. And if you think times are tough now, just wait until you have a team filled with people who are just playing out the string, waiting for the season to end, hoping to get traded. Have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.